NCTV45, The Train, anytime on your time.
Today's programming is brought to you by NCTV45 and NC Radio 450, Newcastle's community television station. This program furnished by Sporting Goods, 23 East Washington Street, Newcastle. Call 724-658-2535. These fine businesses provided funding for this program. Gatherings, Town and Country, and On Target.
Welcome to the Cedars Sports Corner, everybody. I'm Alex Laverson, and with me, as always, is our producer, Mr. Angelo Parada. And Angelo, story of the week: Andrew Luck retiring. A lot of people have mixed emotions. A lot of people are saying, why would he leave all that money on the table? Why would he wait this long?
They're paying him.
Mm-hmm.
The Colts have decided to pay Andrew Luck. At least that's the sources and the people that I've talked to say that they're going to pay him his contract.
Well, my whole thing is, it's not even about the money. Basically, this is me, or this is Andrew Luck saying there's more to life than football. He said that he doesn't enjoy the game anymore. And look, he's played for 7 years.
Now wait, how hurt can the guy's a little hurt here?
Well, I mean, that's kind of what I'm saying. Listen, he's been through a lot of injuries.
Yeah, I mean,
and that takes a toll. Excuse me, on someone. That takes a toll on someone mentally. So when you're always hurt, that definitely is going to hinder your enjoyment of the game, because you're always playing catch up, trying to get back to the point you were. And here's my deal: this dude has made a lot of money. Okay, he's fully aware of the effects of brain injuries in the NFL. He wants to go out with his health. He wants to go out with having made enough money. I can't blame him for that. One criticism, and I don't even know if this is necessarily a criticism of mine, this just kind of makes me wonder. It is kind of like, why wait until right before the season starts to announce it? Maybe it just hit it now.
Geez, I mean, there's things you don't really understand until the preseason begins.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I mean, maybe it just hit him. Yeah, maybe.
While I have a greater respect for the Colts now than I did before.
Mm-hmm.
I don't quite understand why that is, but I could see you switch to the Raiders already.
This is just a shirt.
Yeah, but see, leaves Cleveland right out to the Raiders.
Oh no, listen, honestly, Raiders.
Mike, that was for you, buddy.
I am actually interested in seeing the Raiders this season, because I want to see Antonio Brown melt down. Now, do you got to play with your own helmet, or? Well, he's actually just now being able to play with a custom helmet now. I guess he signed some type of deal. I'm not sure about all the details of the deal, but I'm assuming it's probably signing away any liability.
Well, you understand the Raiders have a new song.
And what's that?
We've grown accustomed to your head. It's really out there somewhere, Andrew.
Listen, that organization's so dysfunctional. Antonio Brown's actually a perfect fit for the Raiders. I'm actually kind of getting tired of talking about Antonio Brown, to be honest.
Well, now, here we go. Like Thursday in the NFL, everybody plays. Okay, as like you get ready for preseason football. I mean,
Do you agree with a lot of these teams starting their starters in the preseason right before?
yeah, because timing is everything. And unless you go through that timing, it has to be there.
Well, then you look at Cam Newton who got hurt, then it's kind of like, oh.
Interesting matchups. Here's interesting matchups where nobody gets hurt. And I'm starting at the top. Minnesota and Buffalo. Everybody's going to go through. Nobody's going to get hurt. Okay. The Colts and Cincinnati. Okay. Cincinnati doesn't even know they're playing a game. So nobody gets hurt. Philadelphia, they have a warm-up against the Jets. Will the Jets show up with anybody? I don't know. I love the Jets because whatever, they either consistently win or consistently lose. There's no middle ground with the Jets.
I am interested to see how Le'Veon Bell bounces back.
Steelers at Carolina, I think the Steelers are on cruise control waiting for the first game.
How about that camera angle last game? Man, that was a very nausea camera angle. They were what they were trying to do mimic. They were being.
You know what? Let me tell you, I am very proud of our camera angle. Wait, let me clarify this. Last Shaler, I don't want to come down on it. If you stadium and you just put in, you don't have to worry. Internet, hello, Fred Flintstone. There was all the media to one side. You had to use S5 sun was on us. You quit the camera. As our camera angle, and we'll be in the friendly stadium, it will be tremendously, and I have to say, and you know, on camera angle, all you need is a camera angle.
Got into what they were trying to do in that game. Who
There's
cares?
time. You need two cameras.
Yeah, fix. The thing is, with the others, preseason, I wouldn't play any starters at the point. I think here's the Steelers. Drops, it off half snaps. That's trouble.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you, I can teach.
Because just the don't
you know, the one where
This program was provided through funding from Cedars Restaurant in Newcastle, Pennsylvania. A special thanks to Cedars, featuring Middle Eastern, Italian, and American cuisine.
If you're craving hot dogs and more, and you're in the area, then look no farther than Coney Island, downtown Newcastle on Kennedy Square.
This program was provided through funding from Cedars Restaurant in Newcastle, Pennsylvania. A special thanks to Cedars, featuring Middle Eastern, Italian, and American cuisine.
Okay.
welcome back.
And we are back. And last segment we were talking about the importance of maybe resting your players in preseason. I think I'm okay with playing your starters in preseason if you don't have a lot to lose. So what I mean by that is, let's say if you're a team and you've been kind of a bottom feeder for a dweller now.
Well,
or
how does
bottom
that?
dweller for a long time.
And I get that, but How does that feed into your fantasy football choices?
Okay, man, I'll tell you what. I'm in like 4 leagues now, and this is funny. Okay, I had to auto draft a league over the weekend because I picked up an overtime shift and I'm working, so I wasn't able to attend my online draft. Guess who the computer drafted for me? Andrew Luck, Lamar Miller, Melvin Gordon, who's holding out. I had like 2 other guys who were injured too, and I'm like, oh man. And this is a $60 league. And I'm like, oh goodness gracious. So that was a killer. Now, things happen. I couldn't attend the draft. I had to work. So this is going to be really challenging for me. So I'm going to have to, as soon as waivers clear, I'm going to have to really do some damage control here.
Okay, now I'm going to jump you here. Ready? We'll sing a roll for the red and blue. And why am I singing that? Last weekend there were 2 college football games. Miami and number 8 Florida, which Miami looks really good, only losing by 4 to Florida. But Arizona traveled to Hawaii and 45-38, and that makes the Dukes look a little reasonable in their division, and we move the Duquesne Dukes, and we move into Thursday, and a lot of football. Number 1 Clemson and Georgia Tech, ACC Network. Now, do the Yellow Jackets have enough to stay close?
No, Clemson is just the class of college football right now. Now again, in college football, we know upsets happen. I mean,
I'm a rambler from Georgia Tech and a hell of an engineer, so I say Tech might not win, but they'll stay close.
And one thing I always liked Georgia, I actually liked how Georgia Tech would always run that triple option. That was like one of my favorite things about them.
I just say they stay close. Texas A&M and Texas State. That's one of those ones where Texas State has absolutely nothing to lose.
I'm looking at this first week of games, or this first Thursday of games. There's not really too many games I've got on my way to see. Now, for our local viewers...
Well, there was one. The Georgia Tech Clemson game I got out of my way to see, and Utah and BYU, because that's always a heck of a game. Go ahead, locally.
Locally, Kent State is actually playing Arizona State. So that is good for any local alumni around the Lawrence County area. And there's a decent amount of Lawrence County people who went to Kent State or are going to Kent State. And that's going to be a treat to see Kent State go up against the Division I tradition such as Arizona State.
Okay, on Friday, I know you'll be watching Newcastle play Montour.
Well, actually, I'll be at the Neshannock football game because I'm a Lancer and a cake eater proud.
Okay, well, I don't know. We're going to have to really work with you.
Yeah.
Friday's games, Wisconsin at South Florida. That could be an upset in the making.
And I'm a Paul Chryst fan, especially, his time at Pitt, he had 3 seasons, 3 6-6 seasons. He didn't really do anything special there, but he kept, it stable. He held the ship there from sinking. So I have a lot of respect for Paul Chryst, and I can't blame him for going home to his alma mater and coaching the Wisconsin Badgers. Now, as far as Saturday's games.
The next big rivalry, though, before you get your hand off my mouse. Colorado State and Colorado. That's one of those ones where you put a rivalry in-state rivalry at the beginning of the season. And I think those in-state rivalries mean something.
Yeah, I guess I'm just not interested in any, Pac-12 matchups. Now, Saturday, August 31st. Here we go. We got our typical cupcake games. Florida Atlantic taking on Ohio State. Ohio State's going to romp them. Northern Iowa versus number 21 Iowa State, and South Alabama versus number 24 Nebraska. And I've said so many times on the air how much I respect Nebraska. Another local treat, Akron going up against Illinois for the Big Ten. That'll be a treat. That'll be on the Big Ten Network. I like when we see these local schools, play against these big programs and they're televised. And Akron was only an hour and a half away, so that's a treat.
Closer to home, you have James Madison visiting West Virginia.
Oh, I'm rooting for James Madison. I wish.
James Madison Dukes.
Gosh, I hate it.
Was the Navy now? Idaho at Penn State.
Well, even get to that game. It's a game that's actually interesting to me. First, Alabama. Duke is the type of school that puts up. I'm saying watch, not the best thing that's going to happen. But upset Duke versus Alabama on ABC on August 31st. Number 2 Alabama going up and scoring Duke. So that's a game. Versus Penn. Okay, versus Penn State. We know it's going to have nothing to say, folks.
Temple, and I think Temple can afford.
This program furnished by the MAD Unit, Mobile Auto Detailing. See Michael Sad at themadunit.com. Holy snowman, it's the Turf Bar, home of great sandwiches, appetizers, tacos, you name it, they have it at the Turf Bar. It's just the right food. You'll enjoy those special drinks. They're there too. And get that nice cold beverage, relax, enjoy the Turf Bar. If you ain't there, you should be. Hello, friends. Pinella Brothers, 1701 Hamilton Street, provided funding for this program. Great food and drink, Pinella Brothers.
And we are back for our third and final segment of the Cedars Sports Corner. And Andrew, let's go over the rest of these games real quick.
The game I'm watching, Georgia at Vanderbilt.
I'm not watching that game. I don't think there's anything to see there.
The Commodores could come up big. I'm just saying. Georgia looking down the line.
I don't know. Well, I don't even watch Middle Tennessee at number 7 Michigan, to be honest. Now, number 11, here's a good game on ABC. Number 11 Oregon versus number 16 Auburn. I always kind of liked Oregon because how they're different with their uniform combinations every week. It's not traditional because college football uniforms are traditional, but Oregon made their own tradition of not being traditional, if that makes any sense, and doing different uniform combos every week. Now,
Pitt? Yes, Virginia, there is a Pitt.
You know what? This game,
ACC Network.
This worries me though. Virginia, if I'm correct, Virginia is a 2.5-point favorite, and Pitt has so many expectations this year to have a good year. This is the first time under Narduzzi where they're really expected to really have a great year, and man, that worries me. And especially this game against Virginia. This is going to be a tough one. It would mean so much if they come out and win this game and start off ACC play with the win. Honestly, they're expected to get 8 to 10 wins. Maybe win the Coastal. I don't know. We'll see. And
then you have a Sunday game. It's really not usual. Houston at Oklahoma. And I say don't sell Houston short.
Why are they doing this now?
Because
there's no NFL
it feels the thing. And then who is your primetime matchup on Monday night?
Notre Dame.
You gotta be Notre Dame. It's let's go Irish. They're taking on Louisville. And you just gotta love the Irish. That's on ESPN, prime time at 8 o'clock. Let's go. Get your gold, blue, and green out. And you know what? That like caps a great football run from Thursday to Monday. And there's like no other way to put it. This is the year the Irish excel into that top spot.
You know what? It must be nice being Notre Dame. Just basically knowing you can stay independent. Basically knowing that you're going to get all the prime time games. It must be nice to be an Irish, I guess. You know, but well, no, I mean, I have a thing. I have an affinity for Notre Dame, but
he's always picking on the Irish. But here's the thing: the Irish was starting with Louisville. It's not a cupcake. It's a middle of the road. Okay.
No. See, now here's the thing: what if Notre Dame stumbles and loses to Louisville their first game? What's that mean for them the rest of the season?
You know, it would be like saying if Niagara Falls would go uphill. Mm-hmm. And replenish Lake Erie and Lake Ontario. Do you really think that's going to happen?
Well, yeah.
Jim Kelly will have a heart attack before he lets that happen.
Yep, but in college football, upsets happen all the time. It's very
You know what?
common. What I'm trying to say is, let's say if Notre Dame was to stumble that first week, is there a way they could make it up the rest of the season?
No, the call would come from the Vatican. And there would be severe consequences.
I feel like if you're Notre Dame or Ohio State, especially if you're Ohio State, you could lose 2 and 3 games and still find a way to get into that top 4. Ohio State just always finds a way.
Okay, what are you drinking in that energy drink?
Listen, Ohio State...
The only team that could lose, Alabama, Georgia, the Southern schools, they could have a losing party, and they're still getting in. But if you're, and guess what? I'm coming to Pitt's rescue. If you're Pitt, if you're Notre Dame, if you're Penn State, and you lose a game, you're dropping through the floor. Hello, China. Here we come.
It's like worse when your credit score gets a derogatory remark. You drop down 30 points, you're done.
You know, I just don't see it happening. So let's go Irish, and that caps off our really great start to college football.
Well, listen, football's back. All is right with the world. It was a rough summer. You know, we were trying to grind out and stretch out news with the Pirates. That was brutal. I'm just happy football is back.
Is somebody going to get fired from the Pirates soon? I hope. I mean,
I'm just so not interested right now in them. I'm just, let's not. No, I don't want to talk about baseball. We're done with baseball.
Hey, until